I'm gonna sit at the computer and write down what I'm doing.
Well, yeah, you could tell people you're bored at work, what you're doing.
This is probably the thing I ever heard of in my life.
Following her repeated absences from well-known shows, there are rumors that Harris Faulkner has departed Fox News. She has, however, been noticeably missing from her well-liked programs, such as Outnumbered and The Faulkner Focus. Since 2005, Harris has been a regular on Fox News, and her primetime program, Town Hall America with Harris Faulkner, has been a big success. She is undoubtedly a force to be reckoned with in the news industry, having won 6 Emmy Awards, including one for Best News Special. However, viewers are left wondering if Harris Faulkner will return to Fox News given her recent absence. What must have caused her to leave Fox News in an unsatisfactory way? In any case, join us today as we unveil Greg Gutfeld's announcement about Harris Faulkner. For those who may be unfamiliar with Fox News, Greg Gutfeld is one of the most talked about figures. Gutfeld is well known for his clever, frequently sarcastic observations on pop culture and politics, and his commentary consistently creates a stir. And he didn't let us down today. But before we get into the what of this huge announcement, let's take a moment to appreciate who it involves. Harris Faulkner, the powerhouse. Greg Gutfeld's comedy, wit, and criticism have helped him become well-known and respected on television. As one of the many hosts and well-known personalities in the broadcast industry, Gutfeld has amassed a devoted fan base and attracts listeners with his unique perspective on life. However, there is more to know about Greg Gutfeld than this. Gutfeld has made a name for himself on television, whether it is through his comedy or his political speeches. It is not surprising that he has a large following given his charm and sense of humor. With their exclamatory shock, he is in every way involved in the entertainment industry, whether you know him from Red Eye or as the host of The Greg Gutfeld Show. It's worth watching him because he always has a good appearance, clever expressions or thoughts, and the courage to voice strong opinions without holding back. Greg Gutfeld, host of Gutfeld, and the Five just inked a new multi-year deal with Fox News. On Thursday night, it was announced. Following the launch of his talk show, which surpassed his CBS counterparts, The Late Show with Stephen Colbert, NBC's The Tonight Show with Jimmy Fallon, Late Night with Seth Meyers, ABC's Jimmy Kimmel Live, and Comedy Central's The Daily Show with Jon Stewart back. Gutfeld has transformed late-night entertainment. Harris Faulkner, another well-known face on the Fox network, appears to have disappeared for a while, which wasn't strange at first, even though Gutfeld appears to be a regular and at ease presence on the network. Harris has been occupied with Endemel's main tasks over the last few months. However, on August 3, 2024, she traveled to Chicago as part of the Democratic National Congress, which she enthusiastically embraced. Despite this, fans of Harris were often worried about why they could no longer see her on camera, asking where she was now, and even speculating that she might have left Fox Channel. So because Gutfeld is well known on Fox Network, fans assume he may have the answers. They want to know what specifically happened on the network that led to Faulkner's surprise disappearance. And should her supporters continue to have hope and trust that she would eventually return to Fox to offer their support? Harris Faulkner is an author, journalist, anchor, and 5-time Emmy Award winner. She has been a mainstay of Fox News for many years, anchoring some of the most important shows on the network, including Outnumbered and her own program. The Faulkner Focus. Faulkner has amassed a sizable following thanks to her smart interviewing techniques and straightforward approach. She is in fact frequently regarded as one of the most credible voices in the American media today. Harris Faulkner began her career as a freelance business writer for La Weekly, where she was paid $50 per each story. Although it wasn't a huge beginning, it was journalism and an introduction to television. Faulkner had a difficult time breaking into the television industry. KCOP TV in Los Angeles was the site of her first internship. She consequently began from the ground up, performing menial tasks that served as an excellent learning experience for the broadcasting sector. This section gave her further motivation to enhance her work, because newsrooms are related to warmth. After relocating to Greenville, North Carolina, Harris joined WNCT-TV as an anchor and reporter, landing her first notable television job. In addition, she built her career as a newscaster and presenter, gaining respect and acclaim for her efforts. After accepting a job at WDAF-TV Kansas City in 1992, she changed careers and worked there for 8 years as an evening anchor. When a stalker from North Carolina began to harass and follow Faulkner while she was in Kansas City, she found herself in a terrible personal predicament. She clearly handled this challenging time in her life and completed all of her work with diligence and defiance, making her one of Kansas' most well-known figures. After Faulkner left WCCO in 2000, she transferred to KSTP-TV in the Twin City market to work as an evening anchorwoman. At that point, KSTP-TV had solidified her image as a more self-assured and commanding anchor than the average one. She departed for new avenues that opened in July 2004, marking the conclusion of her remaining time at the station. Harris Faulkner joined Fox News in 2005, a year that would turn out to be crucial for her career. In October of that year, she was hired as a correspondent for the Revive news magazine, a current affair which was regrettably dethroned a few weeks after the correspondent's arrival. Naturally, Faulkner's goals would not be hampered by such an early setback. Even at that time, it was clear that her career at Fox News would not be brief, given her skills as a journalist and anchor. From 2011 to 2017, Faulkner also hosted Fox Report Weekend, her first weekly program, which helped her gain prominence on the channel. Although she was mostly recognized for her original and reliable editorial content, she was able to address a number of significant news events in this role. She showed off her versatility at this time by standing in for prominent shows, including The Story with Martha McCallum as anchor and Shepard Smith reporting. Additionally, she was featured on Greg Gutfeld's late-night comedy show, Red Eye, which increased her popularity across all Fox News platforms. Faulkner continued to appear on Gutfeld's new weeknight show, Gutfeld, when Gutfeld left Red Eye. She occasionally co-hosted The Five, a popular Fox program that focuses on roundtable discussions during the week. Faulkner began co-anchoring Outnumbered in April 2014 to maintain gender parity. This program features a male and 4 female co-hosts. Because she could share her opinions on current affairs, politics, and even social issues in the broadcasts, this kind of duty also allowed her to reach a larger audience. Due to Faulkner's success on Outnumbered, she was able to host Outnumbered Overtime in 2017. In contrast to the majority of the broadcasts that featured Outnumbered, this program had a more serious stance and focused more on real news than conversations, showcasing Faulkner's versatility in broadcasting. She debuted the Faulkner Focus, another television program, in the beginning of 2021. This independent effort, which solidified her place in the network for all time, was beneficial in this regard, allowing her the freedom to report on and analyze significant news events without any limitations. But it seemed like Fox News could use Harris Faulkner even more effectively. Instead of Tucker Carlson, Faulkner returned to the studio in June 2023 to present Fox News Tonight. Then she asserted that there was a war against religion in the US, making the majority of the news while wearing black. She also criticized a project that she called a mad leftist science experiment that aimed to redefine children and women. With pride in her nation, she boldly said that her pronouns were USA, raising eyebrows in the process. Throughout her tenure at Fox News, Harris Faulkner has been recognized for her articulate remarks regarding the American media. She is capable of delivering a jovial section as well as a serious news alert. She is one of the most well-known and respected women in the network because of her ability to adapt and broaden her horizons. Furthermore, Harris Faulkner has developed her skills and written 2 educational books that feature stories from her personal experiences in life. On November 1st, 1999, Harris made her debut with a project named Breaking News: God Has a Plan, an anchor woman's journey through faith, published by Leathers Publishing. Faulkner discusses her life and faith in this heartfelt and autobiographical novel, as well as how her convictions enabled her to overcome adversity and advance to the position of media broadcaster. The author makes every effort to emphasize the importance of faith in overcoming challenges, and she gives the reader the strength and fortitude to resist. 9 Rules of Engagement, a military brat's guide to life and success, is Faulkner's second book. The themes of military upbringing are incorporated into and expanded upon in this work, which was released by HarperCollins on June 5, 2018. The author dedicated her life to military culture and ideals, encouraging officers to uphold 4 principles: self-control, deference, and flexibility. The book gives readers helpful guidance on how to face life's obstacles with tenacity and integrity by outlining 9 fundamental ideas that have enabled her to succeed in both her personal and professional lives. As of January 2023, Harris Faulkner had a net worth of $6 million. This indicates that her broadcasting endeavors in particular have been fruitful and profitable. Her work for Fox News as an anchor and correspondent earned her an estimated $2 million a year, which makes sense considering her position. In addition to her earnings from broadcasting, Faulkner's written and published novels contribute to her annual royalty income of over $1 million, suggesting that she is not only a skilled journalist but also a talented writer. Faulkner also accumulated a lifestyle that features exotics, such as a $1 million house in Edgewater, New Jersey. Faulkner's achievements demonstrate both her skill and her significant impact in the journalism community. But why did she go? Let's now examine the reasons for Harris Faulkner's decision to depart Fox News following such a prosperous tenure. Creative differences could be the first explanation. Faulkner may be seeking greater creative freedom after years of hosting programs in a structured reporting format. Although Fox News has been her home, journalist freedom of expression can occasionally be restricted by the strict confines of mainstream media. Given her breadth and adaptability, Faulkner could want to experiment with different narrative techniques or delve deeper into topics in a way that is more difficult to accomplish within the confines of cable news. The changing media landscape is another possible explanation. Faulkner may see a chance to reach new audiences with the emergence of independent channels, streaming services, and social media-based journalism. In order to provide a more direct and raw reporting style, an increasing number of journalists are quitting established news organizations to start their own websites, podcasts, or YouTube channels. Will it be Faulkner next? Then there is the timing factor. An important election season in 2024 is about to begin. Given the extremely high political stakes, Faulkner could want to put herself in a position where she can influence the national dialogue in ways that she believes Fox News no longer permits. Now, considering Gutfeld's involvement in Fox, you may therefore be certain that his statement about Harris Faulkner will be revolutionary. Let's dive deeper. Just a few minutes ago, Greg Gutfeld revealed what? American television host Greg Gutfeld has offered insights into Faulkner's departure from Fox News, saying it was a strategic decision rather than merely a personal one. He disclosed Faulkner's ambitious intentions for her future after Fox News, which, let's just say, is going to shake up the news and commentary industry. The intriguing part, though, is that Gutfeld alluded to the possibility that he could appear in Faulkner's upcoming chapter. You heard correctly. Greg Gutfeld and Harris Faulkner might be collaborating on a new project. Is this a potential media power couple? In a moment, we will discuss that. Gutfeld noted that the seeming necessity to constantly be at the forefront of the media presents a constant risk of burnout, frustration, or even the desire to change careers. It might have been an indication of Faulkner's breaking point since, given that she had been working nonstop to advance her career, her decision to take a sabbatical from work implies that the strains of her demanding profession had a negative impact on her health. Furthermore, the notion of unfavorable elements that were prevalent at Fox News Network's workplace intensified when Faulkner resigned. In order to satisfy the demands of their viewers and contend with the fierce rivalry of 24-hour news, the network recently experienced drastic changes in management and even content strategy. According to Gutfeld, Fox News would eventually stop being a suitable setting for Faulkner, as her departure may also reflect a larger dissatisfaction with these changes at Fox News, particularly among seasoned hosts who prioritize news above commentary. Gutfeld's implication that Faulkner and the network had professional issues suggests a deeper rift, with Faulkner possibly no longer fitting with Fox's changing approach. Her decision might have been influenced by this internal conflict, which resulted in frustration with the shifting dynamics. Her departure also affects Fox News more broadly. Given how polarized and competitive the media landscape is becoming, the network may be forced to reconsider how it retains top talent if it loses such a well-known anchor. The departure of Faulkner might mark the start of a new era for the network, one that moves away from established figures and toward a fresh crop of voices. Let's now discuss the implications for Fox News. The network has suffered a huge loss with Harris Faulkner's departure. Her departure creates a significant void in their roster, as she has been one of their most dependable and well-respected pillars. In recent years, Fox News has seen numerous changes, including the arrival of new personnel and the departure of several well-known employees. However, Faulkner's passing could indicate something bigger. It might indicate that even seasoned network executives are searching for new opportunities outside of the conventional cable news landscape. Fox News may need to reconsider its approach now that Faulkner is gone, particularly in light of the next election cycle. They'll have to figure out how to cover the gap she left. Conversely, this might also present Fox with a chance to reorganize some of its shows or hire new talent. Regardless, however, both the network and fans will miss Faulkner. Let's return to Greg Gutfeld's involvement in this now. What does Gutfeld have to do with Faulkner's exit? You may be wondering. It appears that Gutfeld and Faulkner have been talking about working together for some time now, based on his latest announcement. Gutfeld made a suggestion that Faulkner might collaborate with him on a new initiative that deviates from conventional news forums as his next big step. What would a collaboration between Gutfeld and Faulkner entail? Well, let's envision it for a moment. Imagine Greg Gutfeld's incisive, frequently sarcastic commentary on current events mixed with Harris Faulkner's methodical, in-depth reporting style. A winning formula for anything novel and fascinating in the field of political commentary would be the harmony of Gutfeld's comedy and Faulkner's seriousness. They might even be organizing a primetime special that combines humor and incisive journalism. Or they might be developing a new web platform. We do know that Faulkner and Gutfeld each have a gift for captivating crowds, and when combined they might be unstoppable. Fans of Gutfeld and Faulkner are already making assumptions about the potential of this new partnership, as such news always elicits a huge online response. Within minutes following Gutfeld's statement, social media platforms exploded with comments. You can check it out. What will Harris-Faulkner do next? The whole picture is still coming together. Even if Gutfeld's announcement provided us with some clues, we are aware that Faulkner is probably looking into new options that will give her greater authority over her platform and content. Faulkner could easily establish a lucrative independent brand using her profile and experience, whether it be through a streaming service, YouTube channel, or podcast. One thing is certain, regardless of the path she takes, Harris-Faulkner's voice will remain potent in American media. She has established reputation and trust throughout her career, and her upcoming chapter will be very remarkable. We're eager to see what she accomplishes next. Who knows? Perhaps she and Gutfeld will collaborate in unexpected ways. That concludes today's breaking news concerning Greg Gutfeld's big revelation about what might happen next and Harris-Faulkner's abrupt exit from Fox News. The departure of Harris-Faulkner, a trailblazer who has left a lasting impression on journalism, raises numerous questions regarding Fox News' future and the evolving media environment. This could be a turning point for them, as well as for how we receive news and commentary going forward, because Gutfeld has hinted at a possible partnership. What, in your opinion, prompted Faulkner to leave? Was it freedom of expression? A fresh chance away from the headlines? And are two of Fox's top performers about to start a groundbreaking collaboration? Please drop your opinions in the comments section below.